So he's probably going to be pretty cooked.
Let's see how he's going to go. Over on this T-Pistol, NRG, they have taken pretty good map control, made sure that FaZe hasn't pushed Ivy. They've gone and taken those brown halls, now making their way down the SL. So they've gained themselves a lot of map control. Smokes fly out this outside area. Ethan's going to dump some flashes over the top to enable these SL players to push.
Tarek making those entries, or at least trying to make the entries. Does get the first, of course, onto Rain. In the meanwhile, Yanko trying to take some control on the A bomb site, and he has been able to do that. Can't quite double down, runs out of bullets. And now the onus is onto Adren. Olaf Meister in one of his favorite positions as well, but gets backed up by Yanko. And all in all, FaZe have done pretty well there on the A bomb site. Very little time left on the clock. The smoke's only now just starting to bloom. On top going in there as well. Tarek finds the opener onto Yanko, but they don't know that Adren is playing close. And it's only a matter of time now before the rotate comes across to the A bomb site from NRG. Rain only the 1-for-1 from him, but Guardian still getting some work done, and there is a second for him as well. With 8 seconds left on the clock, I'm not sure that this is possible at all for FaZe. Maybe this bomb plant even gets denied, and it does. Olaf will win the round anyway, but had he not found
this bomb site, they
look at the expedition.
Fine here.
Rain is having a bit of an interesting time, but Guardian a 1-for-1, that's not too bad. Adren also will fall, but I think with the position now that Rain is starting to push, we're going to see NRG have a difficult time holding on to this bomb site. Yanko will get the first onto Ethan. That really frees things up as well. Cirque now, having given away his position with the smoke grenade, perhaps easy pickings here for Rain, and indeed he will be.
Bomb site. It's only Adren with no utility left. Guardian's only now just getting into position as the execute comes in, but he does hit the shot this time around.
He's barely been missing any shots, Pilly. Here's another opportunity for him. This one definitely a tough one. Bomb plant will go down here for NRG, and that's an important kill for Cirque. It brings it back to a 3v3. And Yanko progressing forward slowly, gets the better of Cirque. What an absolute god. And 2v3 now. Daps and Ethan going to have to deal with the remaining FaZe players. The grenade goes through onto Daps and does quite a hefty amount of damage. His position is very dangerous indeed, and he needs the backup of Ethan, but he won't get it in time. Guardian had no idea.
Control the brown horse by himself, as the precedent's been set there previously that is what they do. And Olaf Meister actually with the AWP picking off Cirque. It's been a while since we've seen this guy on the secondary orb.
Oh man, Olaf was always one of my favorite players to watch back in the Fnatic days. He sort of felt like the kind of player that could do it all with the rifle, the pistol, the orb. It doesn't matter. Olaf Meister's your guy. This time not having the success that he would like toward Ivy.
And that's where the emphasis has been from NRG. They had 3 people over here at the start of the round trying to put pressure on and just waste out that utility, set up Cirque for a potential pick, but he does get punished for it. Daps, though, gives them the man advantage. Smoke flies in from above SL, and these FaZe players are struggling to get in position.
Yanko, what's going on there? Adren's not going to be able to stabilize for FaZe with, like, what, 25 seconds here if he gets behind. Daps finds a free kill. He spots the other guy down by E-Box.
Oh no, Tarek jumped into SL.
Bomb still hasn't been planted, Pilly. There's 16 seconds. Olaf Meister might be able to find a way to win this round if he can deny the bomb plant, which he might just. 4 kills. Does this catch FaZe off guard, or is FaZe the one that are prepared? The grenade is good, and Adren only got enough for the one. They needed more out from him. Rain is going to try and take some control back toward the oil train. Olaf Meister pushing on forward here as well. The grenade doesn't look like it's going to do too much damage, and does not indeed. Rain just creeping on forward. Where is he going to pop up? It's a whack-a-mole game for Daps, and he does manage to secure it. Breezy's in such a strong position now as well. FaZe will not be winning this round. Yanko falls. Once again, it's just Olaf Meister left alive. Again, it's a 4v1 for him. If you could make it back to a 1v1 again, that'd be fantastic. But realistically speaking, unlikely scenario for Olaf this time.
And I think that's the clean round that NRG were really looking for. As I say that, I think so.
Guardian just walking up. Trying to help out Adren there, who's anchoring on the B bomb site, but it's Olaf Meister that's opened the account. Guardian finds himself a nice angle. This time it's Ethan going down.
It's just a very weird round coming out from NRG. They're really just very much walking out certain areas by themselves, maybe trying to sell something towards inner so that NRG can go back towards this outers area, but when both of your players just die, you kind of just look a bit silly in the 3v5.
It happens sometimes. Adren's got a nice off angle here as well, so if NRG do actually push toward the B bomb site, then they may have something coming for them. But it's A that is the name of the game, and Guardian goes down, so maybe there's still a chance here for NRG, but with only the 10 seconds on the board, it's going to have to be perfect, and it's not quite that at all to NRG. Then second half gets a whole lot more difficult. Nice spot flash there for Olaf, but
how was
definitely
Ethan
avoided
turned from that?
Well, he's a pretty good player, apparently. Tarek has also managed to grab 2. Rain and Yanko will go down. And NRG, well, I talked about grabbing 1 or 2 more rounds. Might be getting that sooner than expected. Tarek's just gone absolutely ballistic in this round. 3 kills for him.
And I mean, FaZe, they were kind of just letting NRG go out of these areas up all off and stuff like that, and they were counting on it. They even had a pre-planned sort of mid-round play set up. They're sending that player in with the flash, but NRG seemed ready for it. Ethan in particular, I can't believe that man was turned and just able to come away with that frag. And then Tarek just
sticks up for NRG and a chance to actually equalize. It feels like that would have been impossible a few rounds ago. But 1-for-1 trade. Guardian with a headshot from the scout has kept a sign of life there for FaZe in the round.
This isn't a full investment for them. They're just buying up enough weapons to give themselves a potential chance at winning this round and making sure that they can buy into the next one. So if FaZe do win this one, it would be a steal.
Yeah, but it looks like we're surely going to an 8-7 regardless of which way it does end up. I don't think FaZe are going to be pushing for that 9-6 at this point.
It's probably pretty good signs for NRG, because if you FaZe, I mean, a lot of the time they did get the work done on their CT side, this map, if I remember correctly, and it's not a map they played a whole lot. And when you've got a stand-in and it's a shaky map in your pool just to start with.
Needs to be careful, though, with that position of Olofmeister. If Breezy takes the timing incorrectly here, Olofmeister is liable just to peek around the corner, and that may well be what happens. It does. And over on the B bomb site, the commitment has been confirmed by NRG. And for FaZe, this is about as good as they could have hoped for. Yanko, he's going to spray down 2. He's found the bomb as well. And 8-7, well, it's going to be coming up. That's going to be FaZe's for sure. Daps, though, still alive in the 1v2. What can he
particularly interested. I feel like the onus really is on FaZe now that NRG have got that 7 rounds on the T side to strike a good pace on this T side and really stack up some rounds for themselves.
Are going to try and lead that charge into the B bomb site. Tarek spotted all of the info, and Cirque just sets himself, waits for the players to come out of ramp. That's going to be 3 for him, as Daps helps him
making
out.
A bit of a push in the mid-round.
That said, there is still a fair bit of late-round utility here for NRG, but they might not get the opportunity to use it. Adren gets a little unlucky. Breezy actually finishes him off as he was about to find 1 frag himself.
Bails them out hugely. That man could have multi-fragged. That could have been a 2 for 0. Breeze shuts it down, and now FaZe in a 4-on-5.
That's a sigh of relief for NRG, not that they know the danger they maybe were in. Guardian will drop Tarek, though. There's still a story left untold in this round. And I mean, for Daps right now on that B bomb site, this is a scary prospect heading towards him.
No molly, and he's got to hold on with an MP9. I don't think that's going to happen.
Good luck, my friend. Unfortunately, I don't know if my luck was going to do anything for him there. Rain gets an easy opener, and the bomb will go down. So it's put NRG into a bit of disarray now. 2-man on the retake. And FaZe have already got full control of this bomb site. Ethan doesn't quite win the aim duel against Yanko. Needed to win the aim in the second half. So
there you go. This time Ethan's in SL and he's holding on to it. Cirque as well. Great pick.
So this is better stuff from NRG. A bit more forward presence on those bomb sites. Daps, flashbang does get the better of him. Nice work from Adren. But still the bomb will be allowed to go down. 2v4. Adren is going to be the key in this one for FaZe. If he can make something happen, well, perhaps it's going to be too little too late regardless as he pushes through the smoke into Z connector. It's an interesting position. Doesn't help him hold on to the bomb, but it will net a frag onto Cirque. Maybe a second one here as well. Damage.
Every single time.
Well, at the moment, he's holding ramp.
Yeah, he's just going to take the shot and fall back, and he hits it as well. There you go. Daps out Orbs Guardian.
Yeah.
That's a headline for you.
Put that on the match ticker. Olof, though, will get the better of Breezy as he pushes a little bit out toward Ivy. Maybe a little over-eager to finish things off there for NRG.
And here's what we all wanted to see. Yanko's got the ult.
Oh, yeah.
You excited about that, Jordan?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready, actually.
Oh, this 4-on-4 is going to be really rough for NRG, just because of where Olofmeister is. These Orbs doing so much work for NRG, though.
Yeah, definitely a threat for FaZe to be aware of.
Rain and Adren, though, we saw them do work up in this close position before, both of them.
Superman Yanko can turn this one around for FaZe. Let's have a look. Where is he right now? Sitting on the bomb train. Scoped up. No one's going to peek him just yet by the looks of things. So the onus then falls onto Adren to push on forward here and try and find something that he can disrupt. If he gets this right, he may well find 1 or 2. Daps falls. Time starting to tick away in the favor of FaZe. Yanko couldn't quite land the flick. And that's NRG with another one.
Bit clean.
The train. Standing next to Bomb Train right now. FaZe have got no idea. He's going to get around the back. Olaf does just survive courtesy of a Dren. But it's still a favourable trade, all things considered, for NRG.
And this Innis bomb site is one of the more easily retakeable ones once you get that smoke onto the lower ramp, or you molly the upper ramp and you smoke on the bomb train. There's so many ways to do it.
And there's no counting to it. FaZe haven't got anything to play with here. Just the aim, and Adren, well, he had an opportunity there onto Damps, but can't quite take a hold of it. Guardian, he was not able to really wind himself up that time. And once again, NRG are going to be able to equalize. Really going back.
And they have, I think, obtained that SL control now. Pressure on towards T-Con.
Oh, Tarek knows. He knows exactly where Adren is, and that is going to be a great start to the round. Smart stuff from him.
Here comes the pressure in towards Ivy, but this time you see full retake, full change of the setup for NRG. Again, back to retake. Just leave Daps on that Innis area, and if no pressures actually happen towards the Brown Halls, there's no reason for these NRG players to rotate. Daps doesn't feel threatened at all right now, so this four-man setup on towards outer does get thrown away.
Yeah.
Bit of a mistiming there from Ethan. Does get flashed by his teammate. FaZe will take that one. Nice little gift wrapped, evening up the accounts.
Well, unfortunately now Yanko's in a bit of a spot of bother. Tarek will make easy work of him. Breezy's actually managed to get Olafmeister as well, who was lurking his way out from Ivy in the meanwhile. So Rain and Guardian have a lot of work to do now in a 2v4.
It's excellent call from NRG. It's going back to that full retake, you know. Daps has still got the AWP. And that four-man outer setup just destroys FaZe as they try to take the map control. Goes straight in towards T-Con and just completely disrupts them once again.
Smoke to go down here. Ambitious here for FaZe to win the round, but always possible. Guardian's going to plant really open, and Rain's got himself, again, in not a bad position. He'll find Breezy. This suddenly starts to feel doable for FaZe, especially if Rain were to double down there, but it's not the case this time. Guardian, it's all on him. And Damps gets the better once more. 14's going to go up for NRG. And that incendiary is going to be a big problem. Tarek as well, an even bigger problem. Olaf and Adren go down on the B bomb site. So does Yanko. It's all falling apart across the map for FaZe. And NRG, well, this is looking like their best round so far.
I think they had the right idea on the side of FaZe. They pulled that rotation nicely, but unfortunately, NRG walked into some pretty aggressive positions that FaZe didn't really check very well. And that's how it happens sometimes, unfortunately.
In FaZe's mind right now, if they can take advantage of something, Yanko trying to bait Tarek out. Forces a lot of shots, and there's an opener for Adren. One of those flashbangs being used quite well by Guardian. Olafmeister through the smoke as well, gets another. But Cirque will settle for NRG.
Did a good job using the flashes to get out T-Con and set up some favourable fights for the riflers, but now they're running into the ult.
Oh, well. Daps doesn't manage to connect the next shot. He doesn't have a whole lot of HP to play with. Rain creeping forward. He's been spotted out by Cirque. And that should be it. Well and truly done. Guardian doesn't even have any armor. 16's up for NRG. They're pleased with that. Now one map away from Kudos Bank Arena.
Looked pretty convincing. Just another day at the office for NRG, but they're going to have to dig a bit deeper heading into FaZe's map pick of Mirage, because I'm imagining that FaZe are not going to want to go out in this series.
No, definitely not, but there is still a lower bracket run for whichever team does actually fall.